This year, the battery range of plug-in hybrids and E-Revs has doubled for most cars in China. A lot of those car models haven't hit the West yet. They will soon though. So that's why I've been advising people, if you want to buy a plug-in hybrid, I don't recommend doing so unless you need it, but if you want to, best to wait for one of these new models. And I've actually driven some of them. I mean, I drove an Xpeng E-Rev in China. It was amazing. It had about 350 kilometers of real world EV only range. And I'm not talking fake EV range where you drive it up a hill and it starts using the engine. I'm talking disconnect the engine from the car EV range where you can only use the battery power if that's what you choose to do so, which is actually really cool. So Leapmotor, they've revealed a new car as well, which is technically an E-Rev, meaning the engine is not connected to the wheels either. So if you accelerate hard, you're not going to start using the engine. If you want to tow something, you're not going to use the engine. If you're driving on a freeway, you're not going to use the engine. So that's pretty cool. The Leapmotor D19 has been launched with the world's largest E-Rev battery. So there's an E-Rev version of this car and an electric version. This is a full-size EV. It's 5.2 meters long, so it's big. It's like the size of a Toyota Land Cruiser. And the E-Rev version has an 80 kilowatt hour battery, meaning you can actually drive it for 500 kilometers without using the engine. And the price starts at $32,000. Now you can see why Leapmotor is, I believe it was the second fastest growing car brand in the world last year. Second or third, it was one of them. These guys are growing incredibly quickly. So this vehicle comes in a couple of different options. There's an E-Rev version, and the E-Rev version comes with and I should say there's also an EV version. I'll get to the specs for the EV in a minute. E-Rev, 1.5 litre turbocharged range extender under the hood. So technically you can not use that at all if you don't want to. It sends energy to the electric motors and a battery if you need it to. The D19 E-Rev has four-wheel drive. It's got a combined peak power of 300 kilowatt, which is 402 horsepower. Two battery pack sizes. The smaller battery is 63.7 kilowatt hours. The bigger one, 80.3. I believe they're both lithium iron phosphate. Range is 400 to 500 kilometers, depending on which battery you get. CLTC, so 300 to 400 WLTP. It's got an 800 volt architecture, and you can charge the battery from 30% to 80% in 15 minutes, which is not amazing. I mean, there's some E-Revs in China that can charge faster than that, but it's still very good. And what I'm kind of curious to know is, I mean, Audi, for example, and some other car companies as well, really recently revealed their new plug-in hybrids. And these cars don't even have, like, for example, the RS5, it's one of the most expensive cars that Audi sell. They're like $200,000 in Australia. It doesn't even have DC charging. Whereas this can charge on DC from 30% to 80% in 15 minutes. So yeah, it feels like in some ways the Germans are actually falling further behind China, which is kind of disappointing. You don't really want to see that. It's better if there's more competition. So anyway, 800 volt architecture. The EV version is not 800 volt. It is 1000 volt architecture. And it comes with two motors, so it's all drive, with 410 kilowatt and 550 horsepower. Battery sizes, 99.6 kilowatt hour battery for the smaller range version or the shorter range version, and the longer range version has 115 kilowatt hours. Range is 720 kilometers for the longer range version and 620 for the smaller battery. Three motor version is available as well. The three motor version has 115 kilowatt hour battery, peak power of 540 kilowatt, which is 720 horsepower, and does 0 to 100 or 0 to 62 miles an hour in 3.9 seconds, which is just crazy for a car this size. Kind of scary, actually. Prices. The E-Rev starts at $32,000. Unbelievable for a car this size. I mean, the cheapest Toyota Land Cruiser, which is a technological dinosaur in comparison to this, is like, what, triple the price? Well, nearly triple anyway. So that's 400 kilometer range E-Rev. The 500 kilometer range E-Rev is $35,000. The 720 kilometer range EV is $36,000. And the tri-motor version is $39,000 US. This is ridiculously good value for money. I just like, if they bring this car to other markets at equivalent prices to this, or maybe just like 10% more to allow for shipping and that kind of thing, it's going to sell incredibly well. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Thinking about getting solar, a home battery, or an EV charger? Check out Australia's best free comparison tool, because it could save you a lot of money. Guys, click on the link below in the description and you can see how much you can save. Alternatively, give Resync a call. They are the guys who installed my battery and my home solar. I'll put a link to them as well in the description. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below, because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description. The E-Rev and the electric version of this car, both of them, seriously impressive. 1000 volt architecture, a hybrid sodium lithium battery. I mean, this thing is next gen, and it's going to come to a lot of different markets from what I've been hearing. New electric car here and an E-Rev. Leapmotor vehicles are sold in, I believe, more than 40 countries. They have a joint venture partnership with Stellantis. It's very much a global car brand. Their new E-Rev, it has 80 kilowatt hour battery. This is the largest battery in a hybrid in the world. Very small petrol engine as well. But there's also an electric version of the same car. And when you look at the details of the electric version, you kind of think to yourself, would you really need a hybrid? Well, yeah, probably not. But anyway, here are the details, because I thought, hey, the biggest battery in the world, quite interesting, isn't it? When you think of these kind of newer E-Revs, how different they are to some of the current generation hybrids on the market, which have these tiny batteries and really small ranges. Leapmotor unveiled the interior of its D19, and the D19 is expected to be priced, starting price of around $35,000 US. The D19 has a massive 60-inch high brightness all-weather AR heads-up display. It's got a 10.25-inch LCD instrument cluster, a huge 17.3-inch floating central control screen. I think this might be the biggest screen in a car. 17 inches is massive, but it's not narrow. But it is a bit narrower than some other screens. So it's just very wide, I guess you could say. Now, in addition to that, rear passengers get a 6-inch multi-function control screen, kind of like what you get in the backseat in a Tesla. And they get a 21.4-inch 3K electric entertainment display. I think I'd want to be in the back seat in this car. Now, I'm not sure if this car is coming to Australia or other car markets where you're based, from wherever you're watching from. But there is a fair few options for this vehicle, aside from the fact that it's EV and E-Rev. There's a 5-seat version, a 6-seat version, and a 7-seat version.